there friends, it's me Peter, and welcome to day 8 of my 25 Days of Christmas reviews. It was just over a year ago that I reviewed Miracle on 34th Street, the Christmas classic starring Maureen O'Hara and Natalie Wood. And during that review, I made the following statement. Now this movie was remade back in 1994 starring Mara Wilson, but I'm not planning on reviewing that movie. And I might take a look at it later on down the road, but I don't know. I'm not really eager to check it out personally. Well, friends, I've decided this year to go back and take a look at the 1994 remake of Miracle on 34th Street. Much like the original movie, Kris Kringle takes over as Santa during a parade, and he eventually becomes the Santa for the Kohl's department store. While there, he meets a woman named Dory who works at the department store, and her daughter Susan, none of whom believe in Santa Claus. But Kris Kringle says he is Santa Claus, and he's determined to make both of them believe in him. While this is going on, the former Santa Claus that he replaced is jealous. So he teams up with the competitors of Kohl's to make sure Kris Kringle gets put out of business for good. And through a series of events, a court case is held to determine whether or not Kris Kringle is mentally incompetent and whether he should be stuck into a mental health facility. Those of you who watched my review last year might remember I thought the beginning of Miracle on 34th Street went really well, but it kind of fell apart in the middle. And that's kind of how I feel about this movie too. Only this time, I kind of started zoning out a little before the middle. While it is a remake, there's not too much that got changed about this movie. The one major change is that they changed the department store from Macy's to Kohl's. And interestingly, it's because Macy's wanted no part in the movie. Perhaps they thought the plot of Santa Claus recommending other businesses was not too good for their own business. Which is ironic because in the movie it makes them more popular. So instead, producers made up a department store known as Kohl's. Not Kohl's, K-H-O-L-S, Kohl's, C-O-L-E-S. It's completely made up. But while this movie did also make me kind of zone out towards the middle and kind of half-heartedly pay attention, there were some parts of the movie that I thought the remake improved upon. Namely, the reason for the court case starting to begin with. In the original movie, it was a co-worker who got annoyed at Kris for claiming that he was Santa, and Kris just knocked him on the head. And it was in private, in the business, and nobody would have seen them. This time around, it was the predecessor department store Santa who was mad at Kris for usurping his position, and he wanted revenge on him. Little more believable motive. And this time, when the former Santa got beaten up, it was in public in front of everyone, so everyone saw it happen. And I have to say, Richard Attenborough does a very good job portraying Santa Claus. He's so jolly, he's got a smile on his face throughout most of the movie, and he's just so lovable you can't help but smile at him. But then we go back to a couple other actors, namely Elizabeth Perkins and Dylan McDermott, who, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it didn't really seem like they were into their roles very much. Elizabeth Perkins seemed like she was phoning it in a couple scenes, and Dylan McDermott just seemed a little too corny in some scenes. I know a lot of people dislike Mara Wilson's performance here as Susan, but I didn't mind it. I thought she portrayed the little kid very, very well. Honestly, while this remake did change a few parts of the movie for the better, it also didn't change enough to make me want to watch it again. And I'm going to give it the same rating I gave the original last year, which is a 3 out of 5. Thanks for watching my latest Christmas review, my friends. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos from me, simply click that subscribe button down below. Be sure to tune in tomorrow when I review a romantic comedy that is also a Christmas movie. Until then, this is Peter saying see you later.